we want to give y'all the insight as to what's been going on with Jeff Ulbrich, and it's no surprise. But nephew Daniel Flick put out a tweet earlier today, and he's a defensive coordinator. Jeff Ulbrich is in Orlando. He's in a program, accelerated program for the NFL that helps coaches and front office members get further advanced into what they're doing in the front office for the GM, maybe a team president or a coach moving up from coordinator to head coach. But he's in Orlando doing that. He will miss Atlanta's first two OTAs, which was yesterday and today. He'll be back tomorrow, but she'll be no, he will be not be back tomorrow. He'll be back Thursday, and a good opportunity for Ulbrich at an event geared towards assistants with future head coaching potential. And the thing about Jeff Ulbrich, he took over as Jets interim coach a couple of years ago, and he's had well, I think he's done it twice actually, and he's to me is going to be head above the class of the rest, because when you look at things, what it takes to be a coach, I think he has all those qualities to become a positive head coach. He just has to land in the right position. And being under a guy like Terry Fontenot, who built the team pretty good, and now being under Matt Ryan and Ian Cunningham, who's been around for a while, to learn from those guys, in case he has to build the team, I think he's in a perfect position to be a coach next year. And me and Chris talked about this behind the scenes just a little bit. But these type things you have to expect, as an NFL fan, because one thing about coaching, it's going to always flip. And all it takes for an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator to, or even an assistant up under them, all it takes is for that team to perform well. And the Falcons get 57 sacks last year, something they had never done before. That put him on the front line to become the head coach, because we were pretty lucky that he came back this year. But they signed him to another deal. But if they perform well this year, he's going to be gone after this year. And that puts us into the mind state. But I'm going to let Chris talk about it because he talked about it last week. So I'm going to let him bring that point up. But Ulbrich possibly being a coach next year and being in this accelerator program, how do you think this affects the Falcons? And I'm going to add Daniel Flick this as well tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I mean, you think about just some of the names that's in that whole cycle. Some of the recipients, saying what Aiden Duran, remember we interviewed for our head coaching job, and then you got the Josh McCown, remember that's former quarterback and quarterbacks coach Jeff Ulbrich. People were trying to get after him too, but luckily he was able to stay. But I talked about Nate Ollie, making him one of the highest paid defensive line coaches. Maybe the Falcons should start trying to see and just investigate the avenue of possibly him taking over for Jeff Ulbrich. As if we come out and get another 50 sack season or even 40 sacks. I mean, 40 sacks will still get a guy a coaching job too. That, and then the secondary is still doing well. The defense seems really consistent. Teams are want to try to pluck from that. And there is going to be somebody that's going to offer Jeff Ulbrich a head coaching job. And if the situation is right, I can see Jeff Ulbrich going somewhere. That's where you need to start talking possibly to Nate Ollie to see, hey, Nate, are you interested into a DC position? Because we may need that from you, if Jeff moves on. Here's the thing that I'm going to end this whole conversation on, and this right here is the scariest thing in the world to me. I mean, just considering the fact the recent success and all, think about if Jeff Ulbrich leaves, there's a chance that he can take Nate Ollie with him.
Yep.
And give him a DC job wherever he goes.
Yep.
Think about that. So Falcons, I would be at least talking to on the back end, hey, man, you interested in this? Now, if he's not interested in becoming a DC, period, or for you, then it is what it is. But I would at least, investigate the avenue. I would definitely, kick the stones on that and just see. Because, again, this is what happens all the time. Think about what happened in Matt Ryan's era. It was hard keeping offensive coordinators around on a consistent level because Matt will go out there and perform. The offense will go out there and perform. You lose a guy. You got to bring another guy in. maybe a season or two,
And
you
one,
lose a guy.
and one
Season or
one
two,
guy they
lose a
lost
guy.
before Shanahan got here was George Knapp. Rest in peace to him. Former Falcons offensive line coach and offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. Before they lost him, I'm sorry, yeah, before there was a Matt LaFleur, before there was Kyle Shanahan, there was George Knapp. And George Knapp fit that Dan Reed style, that run first style that we all come to know. So again, these type things flip over, and it's hard sometimes to replace these guys.